Hello, I am Odyssey, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity, Episode 2. I just opened the window. I had it closed for the purposes of the recording, but it is now boiling in here, so I apologize if any stray freshers sounds come in through the window, but I have no choice. Anyway, last thing that happened was we escaped the Beerwick that tore through the valley, but now we're trapped in the ancient ruins. There was a cave in here, so we're going to have to go through all of this blackness here and see what is there. Let's see. A lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. Let's actually have a look.
Come on, we're not dying in this place.
Okay, you don't want to talk. How about you?
This trip could have gone better. Sure.
Okay, neither of them really want to talk at the moment. But that's fine. Can understand, given the situation. Ooh.
That should be far enough. But what now?
Okay, he seems like he's a bit worse for wear.
Look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Kalisha shakes her head. Windstorm. Of the kind they only get in Air Glanfarth. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfarthen word is Beerwick. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Haha, you're so funny. Who attacked us? Glanfarthens. Those would be the hut dwellers Edema warned you about. Look to be Fangs of Galawain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin, looking for fights with colonists. Poor Edema. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. The Glanfarthens said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Edema would never allow it. But as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glanfarthens don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or... She glances down the passage beyond. Passage beyond. Or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. Okay. What about everyone else in our caravan? Well, we know that they're dead. Kalisha's lips press together and her chin rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels caught hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. Okay. So there seems to be a common belief about reincarnation here, something to do with the wheel constantly turning. You don't seem too upset about all this. Kalisha looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Oh, God. Maybe you just don't know me well enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse, too. Seen worse and kept on walking, because there's nothing else to be done, and because there's other people you care about who still need you. Well, I have to agree. Well said. Let's get going. Okay, now, first of all, I want to just change my formation for a second here. We've got my guy at the front, which I am not impressed with, because at the moment he is the Long Ranger, the bowman, who can transform into a bear at any time, but I want him to be further back, so actually let's try single formation, and then... No, actually, never mind, let's just leave it at the custom formation. You can also like spin around the formation if you want and see exactly how they are going to position themselves before a fight or something.
Someone else has been here. We should move.
But they've evidently gone, so... Small shield, 8 deflection, that's good. 8 deflection. Though they don't offer much protection, small shields do not interfere with the warrior's accuracy at all. Unlike larger shields, which are worn on the forearm, small shields are held in the hand. Yeah, that's the trade-off. If you have a shield, then it gives you deflection, but also lowers your accuracy. But a small shield gives you a decent amount of deflection without lowering your accuracy at all. We've got a torch here, we'll take both. 2 camping supplies, very useful. You've discovered some camping supplies. You can use these to rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring all of your character's abilities and health. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available. Okay, we've got a mace here. Maces specialize in damage reduction bypass. And they deal crush damage. One-handed mace. Okay, that's cool. And we've got a hammer and chisel. Okay. As I understand it, hammer and chisel and crowbars and stuff like that are generally used in scripted interactions. You can't wield them as weapons or anything. We shall see what happens. I assume it gave the camping supplies there because that was a good place to camp, but I'm not sure I want to. Like, there's no need to, I don't think. All our guys are perfectly healthy. Kalicia's lost a little bit of health, but she's got plenty more. Oops. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zaurip. Zaurip? Zorip? Zaurip. Zorip. I'm going to say Zorip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. I'll tear you to pieces, lizard. Let's... Alright, it's okay, I won't hurt you. The Zorip recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Ugh, I don't like that. That reminds me of the clickers in The Last of Us. Oh, that sounded exactly like the clickers in The Last of Us. Oh, God. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Okay, I'm not getting past this guy, am I? Clicking sound. Yeah, that was the same thing. I'll tear you to pieces, lizard. Aggressive. Or slowly back away. Let's slowly back away. It watches warily as you go. Oh, there's something there I want to... Let's see if there's another way around first. The Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to move stealthily and search for hidden objects like traps and secret doors. If I hit... Ooh.
What are those symbols?
How do I...
Stay quiet.
There we go. Okay, so right alt is scouting mode, and you can see that they're sneaking now.
Worth a look.
Trap detected. Woo, woo, woo. Lots of traps. All of these are trapped. And you can click them to disarm them, or to try to disarm them anyway. Don't want to do that quite yet. It looks like this is what I was searching for, the way around the Zaurip there. Crossbow. Okay, cool, that's good. Engwithan Relief Gem. This brilliant blue gem has been sculpted to look like an eye. Leather armor, a torch, tattered journal. The small folio is torn in several places, and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and I've got my hands on a genuine Engwithan artifact. Fellow who had it said it was a pretty nothing as far as he's concerned, but he's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Silantlis in the morning. Then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. Well. Alright then. So that gem definitely has a purpose. You know what? We're going to kill this guy. Oh, okay. Cool. Fair enough. It's a good thing Kalicia was the one who came forward there. We don't have to spend much time on this guy. Let's just knock him down. Okay, he's nearly dead already. There we go. Sorry, guy. You sounded too much like a clicker. Zorip Spear. Properties accurate. +5 accuracy, like a dagger. And it does pierce damage. Average speed. That's cool. 2 amethysts. That's nice. And a medium shield. See what I mean? Look. More deflection, but less accuracy. Actually, what? Hold on a second. Did it say something about the Zorip there? This rough and battle shield was used by Zorip. That's a nice amount of detail there. Let's have a look. A hunting bow and 2 lockpicks. Definitely worth killing that Zorip to get those. Let's see. That was a 1218. 1218, and this is 1117. Hold on a second, didn't I already... I could have sworn I already switched it for a 1218. Oh, 1117 pierce. When? How come my damage is lowering? That's confusing. I don't know why that's happening. If anyone could illuminate on that in the comments as to why it's changing from 1218 to 1117 there, then feel free to do so, because I have no idea. What does Hayden wear? 6 minus 30. We don't need the same weapons in both the weapon sets, so let's give him a crossbow so that he can be a range. Oh, come on, there we go. So that he can be a range as well. Crossbows are much slower but much more powerful than longbows, so that is the trade-off there. Let's also give the remaining hunting bow to Kalisha. I just like having everyone have a ranged weapon that they could use. Oh, I might want to bring these in as well. Instead of having a torch. Got battle axe, 13 to 19 slash damage, 13 to 19 pierce damage. Bonus crit damage or accuracy. Or damage reduction bypass. That's probably the most useful, to be honest. That's 13 to 19 crush. So we've got pierce, slash, and crush there. We could give her a shield as well. Or we can make her dual wield. Where'd it go? There. Let's... You can see on the left-hand side it's changing the stats there. If she's dual wielding, then it lowers the accuracy of both the primary and secondary, but if she has just one weapon, then it has a higher accuracy. You know what, let's just give her a shield. Oh, that lowers the accuracy by a lot, though. Let's give her a small shield. That still lowers the accuracy a lot. 32 and 37. Let's do that. Let's do that. She looks pretty badass doing that, so yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Let's keep on going.
Wait, do you hear that?
No, I don't. Oop, Skoldir. Skoldir? Skoldir? Isn't that an Awesome Nauts character? A Skoldir whelp. Okay. I wonder if... let's set you to the crossbow. And I wonder if I can knock you down. Yeah, let's just try that. Come on. Yes, the knockdown worked. Brilliant. This is going to be another easy fight. There we go. Unfortunately, I can't loot the corpse. I can loot this. What is that? A hatchet. Oh, I like hatchets. Look, interfering, +5 deflection. It means they are more likely to interfere with an enemy's attacks, I think. I think that's what it means.
Think we could get through?
That sounds like a challenge to me. A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Well, let's use the hammer and chisel to weaken the wall. You set to work, the cracks lengthen and widen with your efforts, but the process is more taxing than you'd expected. Sweat beads your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Okay, come on. After several long moments, you begin to see light on the other side. With one final tap, several blocks of stone shift, then tumble loose, clearing a gap just wide enough to pass through. Very nice indeed. Ooh, one of your characters has become fatigued. Actually, all of them. Fatigue represents the physical and psychological wear and tear of demanding activity on the character. It builds up over time as characters travel, explore, and especially when they engage in combat. Some scripted interactions will also result in fatigue if they're especially grueling, like the one that we just had to come across. The athletics skill automatically slows the onset of fatigue from any source. Fatigue grows through multiple stages, initially inflicting minor penalties but growing in severity over time. Resting is the easiest way to remove the effects of fatigue, though some consumables can also lower a character's fatigue total. Yeah, you can see if you hover over this, minor fatigue, -5 to all defenses, -10 accuracy, and -10% maximum endurance. See, that's not great. We don't want that, especially the accuracy. I love being accurate. I love my attacks to actually land.
See what's around the corner.
So I'm thinking we might want to rest soon, actually. Okay. If Hayden wants to scout ahead, he can scout ahead. What? Aha. Okay. Ooh, you can see. Look, on his reticule there, that is him slowly starting to be seen, perceived by the whelp there. But if I move away, then it goes back to nothing. But if I move closer and closer, then it starts to show up even more quickly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just saying. Yeah, okay. It paused the game for me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set Kalisha to hunting bow. So these guys are both ranged. I'm going to set them right there. And then Hayden is going to try and sneak around behind and use blinding strike. Oh, actually, hold on. Rookie mistake. I need to change to the daggers first. All right. Blinding strike. Oh, wow. Okay. That's actually... Did he just throw a dagger at him? I expected that to be a melee attack, not a ranged one. Holy shit. Okay. Alright, these guys attack. Wow. Oh, that poor whelp didn't stand a chance. Okay, that was surprising. Scolder ear. The tattered ear of a Scolder. Okay. But yes, like I was saying, I feel like I might want to rest pretty soon.
Fresh air in here. I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm path, too.
Okay, well that's good. No more Beerwick. Let's kill that spear spiderling. I hate spiders. Actually, that's another thing. If you pull up this window here, it actually, Dungeons and Dragons style, you can actually see everything that happens in every moment of an encounter. So if I hover over it, it says Odyssey grazes spear spiderling for 2 pierce damage. A graze is not a very good hit at all. So yeah, graze does 2 damage, graze does 2 damage, hit does 14 damage. But you can also hover over it and see the calculation that worked out. And it's just, I mean, personally, I'm not going to be looking through that, especially on an LP. But that's really great for those who actually want to do that. Okay, that's cool. Nothing around here. I believe we've bypassed the trap bit here, although there is a pathway around there. So hold on. Let's see which of our characters has the largest mechanics skill, which is what allows us to disarm traps. 0, 0, and 3. Okay, Hayden. Hayden, come here. Let's have you disarm all the traps. Okay. There are a lot of traps here. Let's actually change it to fast mode so that we can get this done a little bit quicker. I don't know if this gives him like experience or something. Hold on. Can I check that? Oh, 555. He's got 555 experience now. Disarm a trap, and he's got... Hey, it gives you more experience. Okay, cool. That is definitely good to know. One of my favorite things about this game is when you gain a level as one of your characters, and you just get to level up and choose new abilities. It's so interesting and exciting. Let's stop these guys and move out of fast mode. Stop them from scouting. Okay, so that was just a wall, it seems. This is a door.
Those symbols. Just like the tiles.
A symbol of interwoven rings is inscribed on this pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Only if you're a fire godlike, it seems. That's the same with all of these. Okay. I think they're all different. Yeah, swirling symbol. 3-part symbol is talking about the symbols that are right here. They're all different. What's up here? Some sort of tapestry. This mural must be ancient, yet the colours are still bright and vivid. It's kind of Egyptian there. Looks pretty awesome. Is there anything down here? Nope. Ooh.
Stay quiet.
Okay, I'm scouting now, because I saw the corpse, and now there's a lesser black ooze. A lesser black ooze. Imagine being called a lesser black ooze. I wouldn't be too happy about that. Let's try and... What would work against a lesser black ooze? Oops, sorry. I don't know. I don't think there's any particular kind of damage that's going to work against a lesser black ooze. At least not a kind of damage that I'm familiar with yet in my party. So let's just try and keep at range. Let's wait for him to switch to a crossbow. Okay, he already has. Attack! Oh, that did a lot of damage. That's good. Let's just keep going. Ouch! That wasn't very nice. What did he just do? Spit. Lesser black ooze spit grazes Kalisha for 3 corrode damage. That's not nice. Corrode damage. Does that do like more? Corrode. There's nothing against corrode here. Okay, fair enough. Whatever. Ooh, we've got a poleaxe here. Two-handed, slow, 15 to 22 slash and crush damage. Yeah, you also get weapons that do slash and crush, or, you know, 2 types of damage. And I believe it, in every encounter, it picks the one that's going to be it's going to deal the most damage, that's going to be most effective. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so we've got that. We've got ooze plasma here, a congealed mass of thick and opaque jelly. Lovely. You got all this ooze on the wall as well. Did I not loot you already? Oh, I didn't actually take it. There we go.
Where'd that slime come from?
Where did you think? Viscous and oily, this muck clings to anything it touches. What's this? A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clear off the ooze. You really want to use a water skin, like your only supply of water down here to do this? Yes, I do. It's a face. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty, a gem fills the other. Yeah, place the gem in the eye socket. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives away. You've lost the Engwithan relief gem, that's fine. Hello? Okay. Well, the ranged attacks worked well before, so let's just... Ouch. That took off a fairly sizable chunk of her endurance. But it's all regenerated now. More ooze plasma, and what's here? Minor cloak of protection. +5 fortitude, +5 reflex, and +5 will. Right, so fortitude resists attacks on the internal physical systems of the character. So it's defense against poison and disease, that sort of thing. You've got reflex, which is their ability to dodge. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Their ability to dodge. And will, which is defense against mentally based attacks, like a spell. You know, something that paralyzes you or makes you frightened, that kind of thing. So that's really good. Got an amethyst here, and Adra, a piece of Adra, which is these rocks here. So that's cool. Let's put on that cloak right now. Probably on the person who is going to be attacked the most, which at the moment is Kalisha, although if I'm going to be spirit shifting soon, then I'll give it to my main guy, Odyssey. I wonder if I can rename my character. Can you do that? Rename your character? Appearance? It doesn't look like it. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. You can see most powerful enemy defeated is the Scalded Whelp so far. Hardly powerful. Very, very nice. There's just so much info. It can be a little bit daunting at first in games like this because you're just thrown so much info. But it is incredible. It's staggering, the attention to detail. It must have taken so long to create this game. I think 3 years, actually. It was 3 years in the making after the Kickstarter. Anyway, let's carry on, unless we've missed anything, which I don't think we have. Let's scout. There's a spear spiderling. Let's attack. Okay, that wasn't as useful as I expected. Let's set Kalisha to melee and try and knock the spider over. Let's try and move Hayden away so he doesn't get damaged too much. What's in here? Corpse. It's a helm. No protection at all. It is just a helm. It's just cosmetic. Jasper and agate. 5.15. Okay, cool. Essentially just more money. Although I believe you can use items like that for enchanting, which is also a thing in this game. Rapier and bloodstone. Bloodstone you can definitely use for enchanting. Rapiers are very accurate. 913 pierce. They're very fast, as you would expect from a rapier, one-handed. Precise weapons favoured by urban duelists. They're not known for being especially powerful, but a skilled wielder can rely on rapiers to accurately land blows. Indeed. I'll just show you the enchanting system here. I haven't really played around with it too much, but you can, if I just open them all up, you can add all of these. These are my known recipes at the moment. And I believe you can add a certain number of enchantments to a single weapon, except some of these cost more. So if I were to enchant it with superb, which gives you a lot more damage and accuracy, then that would use up half of the points here. So it's kind of balanced out that way. But you can see that they all require different amounts of money for one thing and levels, but also different recipes. And you got things like topaz and agate, which I now have one of. So yeah, that's how it works. All this stuff is about increasing accuracy and damage. These add a different type of damage as a secondary kind of damage to it. And these allow the weapon to specialize in attacking certain kinds of creatures. So yeah, it's very interesting. I'm looking forward to delving right into that system. As soon as I have the means to do so, of course. But I think that is everything in here. So let's be off into the great unknown. Okay, it is worth noting, by the way, that the loading screens in Pillars of Eternity can get pretty long, so I'm going to be cutting them out for the purposes of this series. If you're watching this and thinking, wow, those loading screens they take no time at all. No, they take a long time. That's my doing. That's just in editing. All right. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body. A human body, colourless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick grey beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you've ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature. I wonder if that means he's a godlike, because godlikes, the thing about godlikes is they have strange, like, horns and, like, weird heads, which means it's almost impossible to find helmets that fit them. I seem to remember.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book.
Okay. Evidently witnessing something that we weren't supposed to witness here.
Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Okay, the queen that was. I'm sure that's going to be important to remember later on. See, now, everything about this screams bad things happening. Okay, cool. It broke my screen. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick grey beard and ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried, while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. But what was the question? You awaken to find your malaise is broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of what it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Hayden and Kalisha lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Look at them. My companions. I didn't know you for long, but Kalisha, you were awesome. And Hayden, I didn't trust you, but you were awesome too. Your character has earned enough experience to advance a level. Click the icon on their portrait to level them up. Alright, great. This is what I'm talking about. This is great. Let's close this down. Hello. Hello again, Odyssey. Alright, so I've got 6 points to spend here. You can see that each rank takes a different number of points to advance. If I rank this up, then it now takes 2 points for the next level, and then 3 points per next level, and so on. So I have to be careful where I spend them. I've already got a bonus to survival and lore, but I think... I mean, yeah, survival is useful, but I don't think I need more yet. Lore is... I love lore. That plays a huge part in scripted interactions, so I love doing that. Athletics, combat's fatigue, that's useful. Stealth is always very useful, obviously. Mechanics, avoiding traps, disarming traps, seeing things that are hidden, I believe. Yes, okay, we want that. We want a lot of that. Let's put 2 points into that, and then let's put 1 in each, and then we'll just have 1 point left over. Actually, let's put it in lore. Why not? There we go. Okay, now we've got a talent unlock. We can choose 1 talent, and there are so many different talents here, you'll see. So first, there are class-based talents that are specific to my character. Wild Strike Burn. The druid's knowledge of the forces of nature allows him or her to automatically inflict additional burn damage when spirit shifted. Plus 30% damage. 30% damage is huge. That's going to add up so quickly. Actually, all of these, yeah, it's just different types. So you've got burn, corrode, freeze, and shock. So it depends what type of damage I want to do. This is only when spirit shifted. So when I'm the bear, I'll inflict burn damage, corrode damage, freeze damage, or shock damage. And they're all going to be very useful against some types of enemies, and very ineffective against other types of enemies. So I don't really know. Offensive. Alright, this is not related to my class at all, but we've got lots of weapon focuses here, adding 6 accuracy to different kinds of weapons. So I might want to do that. Got marksman here, plus 5 accuracy against distant enemies. 2 weapon style, plus 20% dual wield attack speed. I don't think I'm going to be doing that much dual wielding, to be honest. One-handed style, plus 30% of grazes converted to hits with one-handed melee weapons. Alright, this is really useful actually, because you saw how ineffective grazes were compared to hits. A graze is any attack roll that's between 16 and 50. A graze reduces damage and duration by 50%. So it's a 50% reduced damage, whereas hit is between 51 and 100. So basically what it means is you're just going to be dealing more damage in general, plus 30% of grazes are converted to hits. So that's really useful. Two-handed is a flat plus 15% damage bonus to when you're wielding a two-handed weapon. I wonder if that includes a longbow, because that is technically a two-handed weapon, so I don't know. Then you've got defensive. Hold the line, plus 1 enemies engaged. Hold on, what does that mean? Trains the character in new defensive strategies, increasing his or her engagement limit by 1. Plus 1 enemies engaged. Hold on, what does that mean? Engagement. Whoa! Engagement occurs anytime a character attacks an enemy with a melee weapon at close range. As soon as the attacker gets close enough, he or she will engage. When a character is first engaged, he or she will stop moving. The character is free to move again, but doing so provokes a disengagement attack. If characters break engagement, they have a limited amount of time before the enemy they disengage can attempt to re-engage. Some afflictions make it impossible for a character to engage an enemy. Paralyzed, petrified, prone, and stunned all automatically drop engagement and can be used to get out of trouble. Note that there are a number of talents and abilities that modify engagement rules, such as Graceful Retreat, Hold the Line, which is this ability, the Fighter's Defender, the Barbarian's Wild Sprint, blah blah blah. Some creatures, especially large ones, may be able to engage more than one creature at a time. So it's basically saying I engage one more person. I don't know how useful that's going to be. Does it mean that I attack them both simultaneously? That's the only way that I can see it being useful, to be honest. Snake's reflexes, plus 10 reflex, that's always good. Ability to dodge. Hey, Bear's Fortitude, that seems rather fitting. Plus 10 fortitude to the internal physical system, so that's against disease and poison. Bill's Will plus Will, that's against mental attacks. Weapon and shield style, I'm not going to be using a shield. Graceful Retreat, plus 12 defense while disengaging. I'm not going to be doing that much disengaging. Finally, Fast Runner, plus 1 move speed, Sign of Flame, plus 5 damage reduction, burn. Okay, and plus 20% burn damage. Interesting. Does that mean burn damage is added even to weapons that don't deal burn damage, or does it just mean that if I have a weapon that does burn damage, then it does more burn damage? Not sure. Heart of the Storm, these are all the same, just for different types. There's Corrode and Freeze. Quick Switch, minus 1.5 weapon change recovery, the amount of time a character spends between actions. Minus 4 Grimoire cooldown. I'm not going to be... Am I going to be using a Grimoire? I guess I am, because I'm kind of a spell casting character. We'll see more about that later. Wound Binding allows the healing of a modest amount of health on the user, plus 40% health of 11.3 seconds. And Field Triage, which is kind of the same, except it's a lower amount, but you can use it on someone other than yourself. Those two are very useful. But you know what? These seem like the most fun. So I'm going to go with... Let's go with freeze damage, because we came from the white that wins or whatever, which is like a frozen wasteland or something, isn't it? I don't know. So yeah, let's do that. We've just done that. Okay, so my guys are dead. I unfortunately am going to loot your bodies because you have some good stuff. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, just take all of it, take all of it. And I am now on my own again. Let's see what this is. Another deer cap. Woo! Okay. That is some kind of torture device, which is just vaguely unsettling. Something seems to have triggered in my character as a result of witnessing this, whatever this is. Pilgrim's Crown. I should mention that I'm not far enough into the game in my other playthrough where I know anything more about this, so this is all really new. This massive structure is formed of stone, adder, and copper and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. Interesting. Vessel flesh. What the hell is vessel flesh? Ingredients. It's in ingredients. This reeking flesh once held a bound soul. With its energy fading, the flesh is entering a rapid decay. That is disgusting. Why are you putting that next to, like, spring berries and deer caps and stuff like that? Same with ooze plasma. That's disgusting. Guy. Odyssey is disgusting me. I assume we're just gonna... Whoa, okay, more... Has someone been burnt at the stake, is it? Or about to be, anyway. Getting more vessel flesh. Thoroughly unnerving. Let's just go around and collect all of the... the flora around. Okay, this was a rather small area to explore, but now we're actually going to be going on to the next area, Valewood. So let's do that. It'll take you 6 hours to complete your journey. Okay. I think I'm going to have to be... I didn't actually rest. I said I was going to rest, but I didn't. So my guy is going to be very tired after this journey, I think. Yeah, it certainly sounded like it with that yawn. Yeah, major fatigue. Minus 10 all defenses, minus 20 accuracy, minus 25% maximum endurance. That's not good. You can see the line that's cutting off the endurance there. I really need to rest. I hope I don't get into too many encounters here in the Valewood. But I think I'm going to stop this episode right here, because it seems like as good a time as any to do so. So again, thank you very much for watching. I have been Odyssey, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.